Hi book lovers, welcome back to my channel. We are already in June. We are in the summer months, which is crazy, but I am here today with another book haul. I got so many good books last month. A lot of book boxes came in May. I just got back from a little vacation. I went up to NorCal, so I do have a bunch of boxes still that I can unbox in this video. Usually I just unbox everything before I film my hauls just to make things easier on me because I don't have room for all these boxes. But before I dive into all the books that I got back in May, I do want to share the sponsor for today's video. Today's video is sponsored by Stephanie Rose and her newest release, The Marriage Solution. If you are a big fan of the marriage of convenience trope, then this book is going to be for you. We have a marriage of convenience between two best friends. They have been best friends for over 20 years. They are older characters. When the heroine gets diagnosed with lupus, she also loses her job, which means she has no health insurance. Her best friend, the hero, offers to marry her in Vegas to get her on his health insurance. So it's supposed to be a marriage in name only, and plus they don't even live close to each other. But then the hero's job relocates him to New York, which is where the heroine also lives. They become roommates, they move in together, and sparks fly between these two best friends. And yes, he does fall first. So if you love a good friends to lovers romance with a marriage of convenience, then definitely check out The Marriage Solution by Stephanie Rose. A big thank you to the author for sponsoring today's video. And now back to the book haul. Alright, so like usual, I do like starting with the arcs in my haul, and this first one is probably the one that I screamed the most at when I got it in the mail. I mean, by now it's already out, but I got this beautiful arc of The Crown of Oaths and Curses by J. Bree. Just look how stunning this beauty is. She's also very thick. Let me check how many pages. Yeah, so there are over 600 pages in this book. This is the first book in a brand new series, though there are two prequel novellas that you should read before diving into this one. The first novella is called The Scepter. It's in the heroine's point of view, and then the second novella is called The Sword, which is in the hero's point of view. So this is an MF fantasy romance series. It's not Why Choose, it's not reverse harem like the Bonsai series, but I am so hyped for this new fantasy romance series because I did really enjoy those novellas, and I've been dying for something new since J. Bree's Bonsai series. I love that series so much. So in this book we have fated mates, enemies to lovers, and a very, very slow burn. This arc also came with some cards. We have character art for all the characters in the series. Rook and Soren are the main characters here. And then this one is just like an intro to the book. It's the Mortal Fate series. But yes, I am gonna be reading this one very, very soon, and I'm so excited. And then another arc that I was so excited to get because I love this author so much. This is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. Every book that I read from Catherine Center, I mean, I know they're more women's fiction, but I freaking love them. I've given them 5 stars each one. And this one honestly sounds like it's gonna be another winner for me. The heroine gets herself into this accident, which leads her to have face blindness, where you can never recollect any face that you've met, which is unfortunate, not just for her love life, because there is romance in here, but also because her job, she is a portrait artist. It also sounds like the romance might be a little bit of a love triangle, unless it's like a twist where she thinks she's falling in love with 2 people, but it's just one guy and she just can't remember his face. But I can't wait to read this one. I love Catherine Center. The Bodyguard from last year was one of my favorites. She's just a fantastic writer, and I need to read this one soon. And then another author that I love sent me an arc of her next release. This is Full Moon Over Freedom by Angelina M. Lopez. This is a small town romance, and it's got a bit of magic in it. The heroine is a single mom, and she's been cursed to lose all of her magic. So she goes back home to her small town, to her family, trying to get back that magic, and she reunites with the guy she lost her virginity to way back when. And I am loving the fact that the blurb says Nikki has been plagued by his furtive, enduring love for her as long as he's been haunted by his Kadeho, a phantom black dog. So we have some unrequited love on the hero side, which I always love to see, and it just sounds unique and fun. I am obsessed with Angelina M. Lopez's Harlequin romance series. Her Filthy Rich series is incredible, so I can't wait to get to this. I got this this cute little rom-com looking book called Mismatched by Wendy Million. It's about this matchmaking service that the heroine joins, and unfortunately something must go wrong because she gets matched with her ex. He is the one man that she never wants to see again. He completely broke her heart when he ended their engagement years ago. So it's a second chance romance, my favorite. The hero actually desperately wants the second chance romance. He's been wanting a second chance with this heroine, and he finally uses this matchmaking thing as his excuse to try again. Also, this is published by Wattpad. Wattpad has a publisher. I don't think I've actually read anything published from Wattpad, so it'll be interesting to see what books they come out with, but at least this one does sound really cute. I also got this arc of an MM romance. This is Pharaoh Covington and the Limits of Style by Paul Rudnick. It's a decades-long, rule-breaking romance between the son of one of America's wealthiest families and a middle-class aspiring author. Oh, and it also starts in the 1970s, so we really do get to see their decades-long romance. This witty and moving novel shows how the world changes us while we're busy doing other things. And then I got an arc of this book called The Freedom Clause by Hannah Sloan. I read the blurb for this and then I just immediately went to the ending to find out what happens, because I was like, this one doesn't quite sound like for me, because it's about a marriage in trouble and the husband suggests to open up their marriage to save it. But there are rules to this open marriage. They can only sleep with one person once a year for 5 years. And yes, I spoiled myself for the ending, and no, there is no happily ever after. I also got, I think this is my second arc of this book. I swear I got an arc of this book already. It was just like a plain black cover, but now it has the real cover, I guess. But this is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is a thriller. The author is really big though. I mean, even I've heard of her and I don't read thrillers, but I can see why she would get, you know, 2 different kinds of arcs. And then this last arc I have is The Breakaway by Jennifer Weiner. The heroine, she lived with the lifetime of body shaming, but now she's in a good place. She's about to marry a good man. And then she gets invited to this last minute cycling trip where she reunites with a guy she had a one-night stand with years ago. I still have yet to read a Jennifer Weiner book. I know she is pretty big in the fiction world, but I still haven't read her. Maybe this one will be my first. And then I also got a bunch of romances, a bunch of finished copies from publishers. I'll start off with this box from Berkeley. So this one is the pretty publisher edition of Love Life Arms by B.K. Borison. The whole series, the author, she got picked up by Berkeley, so we're getting these new editions. So this one is the first book in the Love Light series, and it is such an adorable series. Personally, my favorite so far is book 3, but this first one was fantastic as well. It's got a great friends to lovers fake dating romance, and it's set on this Christmas tree farm. And then, I got this stunning copy of Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, which I just finished over the weekend. I freaking loved it. I had such a fun time with it. I am gonna have Ali Hazelwood join me on YouTube on my channel later this week, so if you want to tune in, all the details are on my Instagram. We do have another STEM romance here. The heroine, she works as an adjunct professor, which means she is struggling with money, so she has a side job as a fake girlfriend. The hero is one of her clients' older brothers, so he has no idea that they're in a fake relationship. And then this book is called First Position by Melanie Hamrick. It's a debut book about a professional ballet dancer who, after a scandal, she ends up losing everything. There does seem like there is a bit of a romance, but honestly, it's just screaming suspense to me. And then this book is Much Ado About Nada by Uzma Jalaluddin. It's a sparkling second chance romance inspired by Jane Austen's Persuasion. The heroine has a second chance romance with her best friend's fiance's brother. And then this is Play For Me by Libby Hubsher. The heroine finds a job at this boarding school, but the only room that's available is one where she has to room with 3 other guys. The hero is of course one of them. He is the orchestra teacher. So it sounds cute. It's also a grumpy sunshine romance. I also got this historical mystery. It's called The Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies by Allison Goodman. It's about these 2 women heroine, two twins who are very bored in their 40s, so they decide to rescue their friend's goddaughter from her violent husband, and then they also try to prove that an acquaintance of theirs was falsely accused of murder. So if you like mystery and historical, this is for you. And this final Berkeley book is the new edition of Hot House Flower by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is Reich and Daisy's first book, and we're also halfway through the whole Addicted series now. And like all the other editions for this series, there is some bonus content. We have an extended epilogue here set in Costa Rica. Honestly, anytime I get one of these new editions, I end up going straight to the end for the bonus content just because I love the series so much and I do miss all of these characters. And then for some other romances that I got, this is the new edition of Stinger by Mia Sheridan. A bunch of her books got picked up by Bloom, and this one, I think I read this one a long time ago. Yeah, the hero here, he's a porn star. It's not my favorite from Mia Sheridan, but I think it's still okay for me. I got a historical romance from Suzanne Enoch. This is Something in the Air. This one originally released as a trade paperback with this cute illustrated cover, because I remember this blurb sounds really familiar. The main characters have been married in a marriage of convenience for 8 years, and when the heroine's grandfather tells them to go visit him for his birthday, he tells them to bring the children that they don't have. So they kind of adopt two orphans to pretend to be their kids. I got another Wattpad book. This is Be With Me by Jessica Consolo. It's a high school romance. The heroine moves to this new small town, goes to a new school, but then a girl goes missing and the heroine seems to be in the middle of this whole mystery. This one is an romance. It's called All the Right Notes by Dominic Lim. It's music related. One of the heroes is a piano player and a composer. He's being forced to put on this charity performance by his dad, and he's trying to get the hero, the other hero, who is this famous Hollywood celebrity, to be a part of it. The only thing is that these two had one night in college together. And then I have 7 Rules for Breaking Hearts by Kristen J. Miller. The heroine and her best friend run this big podcast where they talk about hooking up without catching any feelings, but then the best friend ends up getting married. So now the heroine is trying to prove that catching feelings for someone is still a bad idea, so she tries to experiment with the groom's best friend and ends up catching feelings for real. Then I have Chef's Choice by TJ Alexander. This one came with this cute little character art. Both the main characters here are trans, and it's a foodie romance. The only way for the hero to inherit his grandfather's culinary empire is first to get a girlfriend. So this is when the heroine comes in. It's a whole fake dating scheme, and both of them need to learn how to cook these family recipes in order to get that inheritance. I got this finished copy of the new Sarah Adams Practice Makes Perfect. The heroine works at this cute little flower shop. The hero is this tattooed bodyguard, and she asks him for help on how to find the love of her life. So it's like a lessons in seduction, lessons in love and relationships type of romance. I still have yet to read a Sarah Adams book. I know a lot of people either love her or hate her, but this one does sound cute. I got the new Alyssa Sussman. It's called Once More with Feeling. I'm a little nervous to read this one just because I hated her first book. It's friends to enemies to lovers. The heroine is a pop star. The hero, he's a part of this boy band, and these two haven't spoken since they blew each other's lives up until now. She gets the starring role of this Broadway show that he's directing. And then this is The Last Word by Katie Birchall. It's a romance between a celebrity editor and a hotshot reporter. They were interns together 10 years ago until he betrayed her, so now they hate each other. But they're forced to work together now on this magazine. I also got the new hardcover of Queen Charlotte by Julia Quinn and Shonda Rhimes. This is like the book tie-in with the new show. I did share my thoughts on the book and the show on my channel if you guys wanted to check it out. I also got this YA romance from Rebecca Weatherspoon. This is Her Good Side. This is her first young adult book, and this is a romance between the heroine and her best friend's ex-boyfriend. It's a fake dating romance. They go on dates for practice until, of course, it turns out to be real. I also got this stack of books from Source Books. This one is Don't Back Down by Sharon Sala. It's a romantic suspense. Here is a historical romance, A Gentleman Ought to Know by Jane Ashford. Another historical, Curled Up with an Earl by Amy Rose Bennett. And a paranormal romance, Wolf Takes the Lead by Terry Spear. And this last one isn't really romance, but it is Nora Roberts, Queen Nora Roberts. It's her new thriller, Identity. She also has some beautiful end papers on designer hardcovers. I love them so much. I also got quite a few things that some indie authors sent my way. Alright, so first off, this cute little package here. So this is from Laura Pavlov. It's her new book, Under the Stars. It came with this cute little star bracelet and a bunch of cute stickers and character bookmarks. I also got this one from a new to me author. It's called White Lilies by Samantha Christie. It's a forbidden romance between the heroine and her best friend's husband. The best friend and the husband want the heroine to be their surrogate, and she ends up falling for the husband. I got the new Monica Murphy here with this pretty pink cover. It's I'll Always Be With You, which is another Lancaster romance. It's high school, new adult, enemies to lovers. And then I got this package from Lady Hatcher. Okay, look how cute this is. It came with shortbread. This Walker shortbread is so good. A cute little pen. Here's a pouch with my name on it. Oh, and look how cute this little bookmark is. Here are some magnets. This one says read romance. This is a cute little cat on it. Some historical romance stickers. And oh my gosh, look how awesome this is. It's like the wax seal. I almost don't want to break it. Okay, I'm gonna actually just slowly move this off. And of course the books. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. So it's Third Degree Yearn by Lady Hatcher, and these are the 2 editions. This is the alternate. I'm guessing this is the original, which looks so freaking cute. You can see their pinkies almost touching. So it's a historical romance where the heroine falls for the housekeeper's son. They were best friends, but then he ends up being sent away. So friends to lovers, forbidden romance, clash of the classes. It sounds so good. And also look at the back cover of the original edition. This is amazing. And then this package is from Jillian Dodd. It's called Best Friends Aren't Forever. It's set at this academy for rich kids. The heroine has a crush on her best friend, but then when that friendship ends, she goes to London where she meets a very cute prince. And then this amazing package is from Karina Halley for her new pirate romance. So it says on the box, step aboard and set sail. And then here it's the title of the book, A Ship of Bones and Teeth. And I did already open it up for a little reel, but I love what's inside. We have this tumbler here. It says Soul of a Mermaid, Mouth of a Pirate. Here's a little treasure chest with some goodies in it. A cute little fish. This candle, which smells incredible. Here's a bookmark that says Let's Get Crackin'. A little tattoo. Here is sticker. Some lovely character art, an awesome little tote bag. It has the title of the book here, and then the other side says Bag of Books and Pirate Booty. And then of course the book itself. This is A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley. The cover is stunning. So this one is a gothic dark fantasy pirate romance. It's a retelling of The Little Mermaid. The heroine is a princess who gives up her life underwater for the prince, except in this case the prince is abusive. He is awful, so she wants to go back to sea. They end up getting kidnapped by the hero, who is this infamous pirate, and the heroine works with him to get her old life back. And now for all the books that I bought for myself last month, I'll start off with the regular stuff and then dive into all my book boxes. So first up, my Apolycon order has arrived. I bought myself 3 things from their virtual signing. These are the 2 Apolycon exclusives of the Blood and Ash series, books 1 and 2. So this one is from Blood and Ash. It's like a cover variant. So it's the same cover but just different colors. And this is book 2, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. And of course I had to get myself the pretty Apolycon exclusive, hardcover exclusive of A Light in the Flame by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I got book 1 last year, so I had to get the matching one this year. This one I still have not read. I am still behind on the series. I haven't read the second book. I haven't read book 4 in the Blood and Ash series, so I do need to catch up, but look how pretty all this orange is. I also got myself this beautiful special edition from Mariana Zapata for Under Lock. This is directly from her website and it sold out really fast, but it has like the diamond embossing on the title here, on the flowers. It is very pretty. Is it my favorite MZ book? No, but I still got it because it's MZ. And I finally found myself this indie out-of-print edition of Until You by Penelope Douglas. I've been on the hunt for this for so long and I finally found it. This one I actually traded for. I didn't even have to buy it. This is what the back cover looks like. I am so happy to have this. My Penelope Douglas collection is basically complete now. I also got this wonderful package from Red Tower Books. It's obviously for Fourth Wing, except that I forgot I lent my copy to my cousin, so I don't have the book, but it is the edition with the black sprayed edges. It is so beautiful. I love that the publisher is doing sprayed edges for all the first printing books. But anyway, pretend the book is here. Look how cool the inside of this box is. There's this awesome little poster. This card says, "Welcome to Basgiath, hold your seat and let's fly." A tattoo of some dragons and a very cool looking poster that's like a movie poster. It says, "You want a dragon? Earn one." And then at the bottom it has some quotes on it. It looks really cool. Here's a photo of the book with the sprayed edges in case you have been living under a rock and haven't seen a copy for yourself. This book has been everywhere. People have been loving it across the board. I am one of them. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect, but I had a fun time with it. And now let's dive into some book boxes that I got. The Crescent City editions from Fairy Loot have finally arrived. These are what the edges look like. So each book has its own little hardcover case. These are what the designs look like side by side. This one is book 1. Here's book 2. This is what the back looks like. It's got Sarah J. Maas's signature on it. Here are the spines of the cases. And then for the books themselves, they are really pretty. I love how they look and all the gold foiling on it. So this is book 1, House of Earth and Blood. All the pretty reds. On the back, Through Love, All is Possible. And then book 2, House of Sky and Breath, which I still need to read. The back says Light It Up. Here's all the foiling on the naked hardcover for book 1. Some more foiling on book 2, the naked hardcover. But I think my favorite thing about these editions are the gorgeous end papers inside. I mean, I kind of wish we got them for the covers just because they're so pretty. Here's the end papers on book 2. I mean, I don't really remember who these characters are, but I'll get back to them eventually. And then I also had to get myself the Laura Thalassa special edition from Fabled Co. This is their Twilight box. This came all the way from Australia, and look how pretty the inside of the box is. So here is the gorgeous edition of Bewitched. It came in this hardcover slipcase. Here's what the slipcase looks like. It's got this moth on it, a quote on the back, and of course the book itself. It's this beautiful hardcover, and I don't know if you can see the sprayed edges very well, but it's got For Now and Forever on it. Here's the gorgeous end papers. Here's the panther. I am so glad I was able to get this edition. I pretty much collect everything Laura Thalassa now. And finally, to end my haul, I have boxes that I am reps for here. I got boxes from Hello Lovely Box and Mystic Box. This first tiny one is from the Hello Lovely Box Trope of the Month box. Every month they do a special edition based off of the trope of that month. The May trope was Mafia and the book was Dangerous King by Sienna Snow. Here is what the cover looks like. It looks really nice. I actually read Sienna Snow for the first time last month. I wasn't a huge fan, but it wasn't this book, so maybe I'll like this one more. And then this big Hello Lovely box is from the Spring Bouquet box. This one featured Penelope Ward. Okay, so here's some mint chip chapstick, a bibliophile pouch. It's got bibliophile and the definition of it. Oh my gosh, this amazing tote bag. It feels really strong and sturdy. And of course, here are the special edition books. This one came with 3. The bouquet box features the main author featured plus 2 mystery authors. So the main author was Penelope Ward, and this one is the special edition of Sins of 7. And the 2 mystery authors were Marnie Mann and Ali Martinez. The Marnie Mann one is When Darkness Ends, and the Ali Martinez is The Fall Up. I actually haven't read any of these. I have read Penelope Ward and Ali Martinez, but I haven't read these specific books. But I really love the cover for The Fall Up here. And then finally, the last few books in this haul are my Mystic Box special editions. I got 2 of them pretty much back to back. So let's start with the earlier one, which is the Amo Jones box. This one got a little bit delayed because there was a problem with the edges, but it all got fixed up. So the 2 books are the first 2 books in the Midnight Mayhem series. This is book 1, In Peace Lies Havoc. There's all that pretty purple foiling, and then book 2 is In Fury Lies Mischief with the orange foiling. I haven't read the series. I've only read one Amo Jones book, but these are the gorgeous end papers. I love how they look. They're probably my favorite things about it. And there's also this part too. And here is the artwork for the Elmo Jones box. And the latest Mystic box is the Belle Aurora box. So we have these two pretty art prints here. And these are the two stunning Belle Aurora books. It's Raw and Raw Rebirth. These two follow the same couple, which is why you're getting books 1 and 3. But I believe later on you'll be able to do an add-on of book 2. So here's book 1 with all the pretty gold foiling, and I love how the edges look like, the sprayed edges. And then the sequel for this couple is Raw Rebirth, which is a bit chunkier. They look so nice side by side, and I love how the sprayed edges match up too. I do have discount codes for Hello Lovely box and Mystic box. You can find them in my description. That should be it for my May book haul. If you've read any of these books that I mentioned, let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!